Yeah, I feel really horrible. I mean, like I couldn't even go up and down stairs.
You're never, ever, ever, ever to go off with the hydrocortisone.
Okay.
Never. Okay.
Okay. Hey guys, so I wanted to share with you guys that I ended up getting not a second but a third opinion for my Addison's disease. I had a friend reach out and was just like, hey, I'm really worried about you. And she was really concerned that I was taking steroids long term, and I know that the Tennessee doctors were, and it just kind of like freaked me out. But the first doctor that put me on them, was a very good doctor and highly like respected, like writes for medical journals. And he's the one that diagnosed me with Addison's. Well, he diagnosed me with Schmidt's syndrome, which is Addison's and Hashimoto's combined. And so I'd been on medication for that for a while. And then when I got doctors here, I was very confused and I got very sick, really sick. And I'm still dealing with the effects of that. And so I wanted to get a third opinion from another doctor just to confirm that I have Addison's, do my best to try to like wean off the steroids. That's what was best for my body, because taking them long term, even if you have Addison's, is not good for you. It's like can cause all kinds of problems and issues, but obviously if you have Addison's, you'll die without taking it. So I just wanted to be extra sure. So I ended up finding another really good doctor. This doctor is actually in, so we did a Zoom call. I sent him my lab work, my most recent lab work, and I had like a full intake with him over the phone. And I wanted to share with you guys what he diagnosed me with and also things that he's going to be testing me for. And I'll just tell you now, he's going to do a CT scan. We did the pre-nuvo scan, and also he's doing a bunch more blood work to test for things I've never been tested for before. And one of those is lupus, because I have been getting this really red rash right here, and I guess it could be a sign or symptom of lupus. I sound like a hypochondriac at this point if people didn't know that I was like actually being diagnosed with all these health issues. And so wanted to share this, not just so people know I'm not a hypochondriac and that I genuinely have a lot of health issues, unfortunately, that I'm dealing with, but also in case anyone else is dealing with this or has similar symptoms and they're just like going to all these doctors and trying to figure out what's wrong with them, and they just keep getting the same answers like, oh, you're fine, it's anxiety or it's in your head or whatever. It feels so good to be validated. And not just that, but like, sometimes my sister would be like, why do you have to label everything? And I think for people that are struggling with whether it's health issues, mental health issues, whatever it is, it's not that we like to label things, at least not for me. I like to know what's wrong with me so that I can try to fix it or do things to help the symptoms, or maybe there's certain things that I'm not doing that I should be doing that could make me feel better. And also, again, to feel validated and know that like I'm not crazy, it's not in my head. There's genuinely something going on in my body and I can't control that. So anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and put the footage in of me talking to the doctor and what he says, and then I'll let you listen to that now. For the month of November, we are doing a special 50% off sale for members here on YouTube. So if you didn't know, we have a members section now on YouTube. It's the same thing as Patreon, it's just here on YouTube. You can sign up for that. There's different tiers. So if you wanted to have your comments be priority, or you want to see more videos from us, nothing is going to change here on YouTube. Everything's going to stay the same. We're just going to have even more content for those who want it, just like we do over on Patreon. So for Patreon, we are doing a 50% off sale. Same here on YouTube members. You guys are gonna get access to all of the exclusive videos, and there's some really good ones I'm gonna be popping up here on the screen. We have never done this before, and it is going to be only for the month of November for new members. So if you're already a member, this doesn't apply to you. For new members only, or if you've used to be a member and you wanna sign up again, you can still get that 50% off. So yeah, if you
you guys are interested, I will link it down below, but I would highly encourage you guys to sign up. This is a great time to do it. If you sign up now and you really love Patreon or you really love YouTube membership, I am happy to give you a discount going forward. If you want to continue, just let me know. We can figure out something that works for you, because I want you guys to be able to have these exclusive videos and access to them if you want them, but it does take me a lot more time. Anyway, so very excited to offer this 50% off discount. We do so many fun things with members. We have live Zoom calls, we do giveaways, and just like really cool, fun, exclusive vlogs and videos for you guys. You guys get to request videos, and also I just get a lot more one-on-one interaction with my members because there's not as many people there. So yeah, I love it, and I hope that if you have been thinking about joining, you will take advantage of it this month, since it's going to be only $5. So yeah, I'll leave that link down below. Otherwise, let's get into the video.
Yeah, I feel really horrible. I mean, like I couldn't even go up and down stairs.
You're never, ever, ever, ever to go off with the hydrocortisone.
Okay.
Never. Okay.
Okay. Liz, how are you?
I'm good, Shannon. Good morning to you. Thank you. And Shannon, I have your blood work from LabCorp.
Oh, good. Okay. Is that the one that I emailed over?
Yeah, I think it's the one from 6/24 and from 12/13.
Okay, got it. Perfect.
Okay. And then, have you had other testing ever done?
No. I mean, I've had...
No X-ray studies or anything like that?
No.
Okay. All right. So let me try and get you well. Okay.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Okay. Then I'm going to ask you your current height and weight.
I'm 5'2", and I currently weigh 114.
Okay. And when you were born, do you know what your birth weight was?
I don't.
That's okay. Do you remember if your mom said you were a big baby or normal-sized baby?
I'm pretty sure I was just normal sized.
Normal? Okay. And did your mom have any problems with the pregnancy?
No, not that I know of. I was born via C-section. I don't know if that is important.
Were you born early?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so you were full term.
Yeah.
And then when you started to have your menstrual cycles, do you remember how old you were?
12.
And were they regular?
Yes.
And did you have any issues with like hives or eczema or psoriasis or asthma?
Nope.
And did you have any issues with like any kind of autoimmune issues where like you would like lose your hair, or you would have areas of your skin that were totally not pigmented?
As a child or like growing up?
Or now?
Oh, now I do, yeah.
Okay, what do you have now?
I just have noticed a lot more hair loss.
And do you have areas of your skin where you have no pigmentation?
Yeah, but they're like, it's almost like they're a bunch of white freckles.
Okay, so they're like on sun-exposed areas, not on...
Yeah, just sun-exposed areas, it looks like, on like the tops of my arms.
Yeah, so that would be different.
Okay. Then yeah, no, I don't have that.
Do you have any areas, like if I were to look at your hands, okay, creases in your hands, do they look darker than the rest of the skin?
No.
If I were to look at your gums, okay, do they look darker?
No.
No. Do you have any dizziness when you stand up?
Yes, very much so.
Do you have rapid heartbeat when you stand up?
Yes.
And when did all that start? Was there a point before that now when you didn't have it?
Yes, I didn't always have it.
When do you think it started?
Maybe a couple years ago, maybe.
Okay. Do you take any medications?
Yes, I do. A lot.
What do you... Okay. I got my pen ready.
Okay. Let me grab my purse. Yeah, the first one is the, it's T4 40 mcgs, and then T3 10 mcgs. That's the thyroid medication I take. The second thing I take 30 minutes later is a low dose of Zoloft, 25 milligrams. The thing I take with that is hydrocortisone, so steroids, 5 milligrams. I was taking 6 tabs a day, and now I've gone down to 3 to 4 tabs a day.
each one is 5 milligrams.
Yeah.
And did you feel like, when you stand up you get dizzy, or the rapid heartbeat, did that get worse when you reduced it?
Yes, significantly.
Right? And why the reduction?
The doctor in Montana is the one that had me on these for the past 4 years now. I've been taking these consistently. And then I moved to Tennessee, and my mom just wanted me to get somebody local. And they, said how it was really bad that I was on these long term, that I should wean off. And so I tried to wean off, and I literally thought I was done. So, but
Are you kidding? They wanted you to take. Okay. You actually have adrenal insufficiency.
okay.
Okay. For some reason, and I don't see that they measured antibodies, and I don't know that they actually looked at your adrenal glands, with a CT or an MRI, all of which is necessary. But when you don't have cortisone, you're like President Kennedy was. He also had Addison's disease, where your adrenal gland doesn't make hormones.
Right.
And because when you don't have that, then you suffer from all the symptoms of not having cortisol, which is, belly pain, back pain, fatigue, rapid heartbeat, dizziness. Fatigue is a big part of it. Nausea, vomiting, all of it. So you need to take it. Oh, great, they found all of your information. But it actually is based not so much on the lab work, but on your symptoms.
Okay.
Okay, and even during pregnancy, like we don't measure Addison's, their ACTH and cortisol and adjust that. What we have them do is sit down and then stand up, and if their blood pressure drops, then they're low in cortisol, and we adjust it so that they can have a healthy pregnancy.
Okay. So so I think that's one of the reasons I had tried to wean off so much, was because the other doctors told me that I should start weaning. And then when I called them back, they just said, okay, we'll just go back to the dose that you felt better on. So, and then I talked to Chantel, and she was like, steroids are so bad for you. Like, you really need to talk to my doctor. So.
Yeah, no, let's find out what's going on here. And then also, you're not producing the other hormones from your adrenal gland either. So, like the dihydroepiandrosterone, I don't know if you're producing. Did they give you Florinef or no?
No.
Okay.
And then did you want me to tell you the rest of my medications?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'm just actually going through briefly at the same time
Okay.
your form. So let me take a look at that. And thank you for taking the time to go through all of them.
Yeah, of course. So you think that I do have Addison's then?
Yeah, I need to image it, and I need to get antibodies.
Okay.
But there's no reason in the world why you would have an elevated ACTH, adrenal corticotropin hormone, and have low adrenal hormones. You only have two options, okay? Either your adrenal corticotropin hormone is up and your cortisol is up, which is Cushing's, or your adrenal corticotropin hormone is up and your cortisol is down, which is Addison. I mean, it's like column 1 or column 2. It's really not very difficult. And I'm looking here. Okay, so that's not
The lab work also, there's one that was recurrent, and then there was one that was like the TSH one, which was from 2021. That's only like one page.
So the other problem is that when you're on cortisol, it can blunt your TSH?
I think all that was normal.
Yeah, so you really look at the T4 and T3, and that seems to be what's going on. So that looks okay. You also have a low white count,
I've always had a low white count, like as far as I can remember.
which is consistent with having autoimmune disease.
Okay.
And so that's why I'm looking for antibodies as well.
I don't think they did an antibody test, the most current lab work.
Oh, even on the older one.
Oh, I think on the older one there was the Theroparadix antibodies.
Which antibody?
I think it was the I don't know how to pronounce it. Thyroparadoxis.
The thyroid, okay, a TPO. Okay, thyroid peroxidase.
Yeah, and then let me see what the other one was. It was the thyroid paradoxis antibodies, and then that was high, and then the thyroglobulin was high.
Oh, okay, so then that makes you diagnosed as having autoimmune thyroid disease.
Right, which is why they put me, I think, on the thyroid medication.
And so the combination of having autoimmune thyroid disease and having autoimmune, which we're going to assume adrenal disease, is known as Schmidt syndrome. Have you ever heard that before?
Yeah, that's what the last doctor had diagnosed me, or not, the one in Montana that put me on the steroids.
Okay, very good. We're getting better.
Okay.
Now, any allergies to any medicines?
No, not that I know of.
Okay, let's go back to the medicines that you're on. So you're on the hydrocortisone at 5, and you're only on 3 to 4 a day.
Yeah.
And then next.
Okay, then the next one is
Adrenal insufficient. Okay, that's the main thing. Okay.
okay.
So when they were taking you off of the hydrocortisone, that was a big no-no.
Okay.
Okay. And that's why you can't get out of bed. That's why everything is messed up. And it's not like you're on too much. So what whoever told you, you got to get off it, is thinking, oh, well, you're making enough on your own, and therefore we're just adding to it, which is not the case at all.
Okay.
The exact opposite of what's going on.
Okay, that makes more sense, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and then you never have elevated glucoses, apparently.
Not that I know of.
No, and then your cholesterol also looks okay. Thyroid, you have positive antibodies. And then have they measured you for like parietal cell antibodies and all the other antibodies that can exist in this world?
No.
Okay. And your surgeries?
Yes.
Okay, I have you having, gosh, it's so, I mean, your handwriting is better than mine.
Okay, so I can help you out. So the first one was in 2001. I broke my back in a car accident. And then they just did a fusion of L1 through 5, and then a couple years later we took the hardware out, and that was a really big mistake and caused a ton more pain. I don't know, I've had so many surgeries it's hard to remember. Let me look at my paper I sent you. A surgery to remove endometriosis scar tissue a couple times. That was when I was doing IVF. And then I had an ectopic surgery where they removed not one but both of my fallopian tubes because they didn't know which one the pregnancy was in. Then after that I had another surgery, emergency surgery, because I had internal bleeding from a complication from the prior surgery. And then 2020, I had an explant, my breast implants removed.
Okay, which, did you have silicone or saline?
Gosh, I can't remember.
Okay, the silicone would turn on your immune system.
Yeah, I want to say it was not the bad one, but when we did remove them, one of them was like cloudy white. And then that's all I can really remember.
Okay, tell me about your mom.
Okay, what about her?
Yeah, does she you have any autoimmune diseases?
Oh.
Autoimmune diseases run the gamut from asthma to, pernicious anemia, thyroid disease, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus.
Yeah, no, my mom's pretty healthy. I think the only thing, she was diagnosed as pre-diabetic, and then also I know she had some issues with her thyroid. She doesn't take medication for it, so.
Okay. And your dad?
He just has high blood pressure, otherwise pretty healthy.
Okay. And then no eczema, no psoriasis, no autoimmune?
No,
Do you have siblings?
I do. I have a younger sister. She also had some thyroid issues, but is not taking medication for it. She started and then stopped,
Okay.
and has been fine and healthy.
I'm guessing that your mom and your sister both have autoimmune thyroid. They may have normal levels, but they probably have positive antibodies. Autoimmune disease is linked to the X chromosome. That's why it's more common in women than in men. And so you get two X chromosomes, and one from your mom and one from your dad. Since your dad seems to have no autoimmune disease history, it would be, and your sister does, and your mom, so it would be linked to their X chromosome.
Oh, interesting.
And do you smoke cigarettes or drink?
I do not, no.
Okay, excellent. Do you have dry eyes or dry mouth?
Not really, no.
Good. Do you have difficulty swallowing?
No.
Do you have normal, wrinkling of your face?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm checking to make sure you don't have scleroderma.
Okay.
Do you have any problems? Do you wake up in the middle of the night to urinate?
No.
Do you urinate more than 5 times during the day?
Oh, yeah. Wait, is that not normal?
No, it's not normal. But there's a hormone from the back of your pituitary. It's called the antidiuretic hormone.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes you can be missing that. See, your antibodies, your immune system, it can attack any of your glands or muscles or joints or nerve or connective tissue. And so the goal is to find out what it's attacking and just replace them.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I feel really horrible. I mean, I couldn't even go up and down stairs.
You're never, ever, ever, ever to go off of the hydrocortisone.
Okay.
Never, okay?
Okay.
And in fact, normal people make about 20-25 milligrams of hydrocortisone in the morning when they wake up. They make about 10 to 15 milligrams about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then they make hardly anything overnight. So with you being on 15 milligrams for the entire, you're taking 15 milligrams twice a day?
I should be taking 15 milligrams twice a day?
No, how much are you taking?
Oh, now I'm only taking my morning dose.
No, so that's never going to work.
Okay, so then that makes me feel a lot better to know that might help me feel better. But so should I be taking 3 in the morning and then 3 in around the afternoon?
But normally the dosage would be 3 in the morning, 2 around 2 o'clock,
Okay.
and then half at bedtime.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we'll change to 3 in the a.m., 2 at any time from noon to 2.
Okay.
And then 1/2 at bedtime. The other thing is that this is a stress hormone, okay? So let's say you're sick.
I just just got COVID recently too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so when you're sick like that, you're supposed to double the dose.
Okay.
Because that's what your body would do. You're going to have to be, your brain is going to have to think like a pituitary.
Okay.
And therefore, you think of yourself almost like a type 1 diabetes patient who has to adjust their insulin based upon what's going on.
Okay.
You have to adjust your cortisone based upon what's going on because your adrenal gland is incapable of doing it.
Got it. Okay. That makes sense, yeah.
And you're not going to get complications from replacing, your hydrocortisone. Does your mom have osteoporosis?
Yes, actually she does.
Okay, so that has nothing to do with your cortisol. I'm just going to let you know right now.
Okay.
That inherited as a separate disease.
Okay.
Okay, that's genetic. And so you'll probably have it, but it won't be from the cortisol.
Okay.
And that's easily treated as well. Do you have any numbness or tingling in your hands or feet, or burning in your hands or feet?
Sometimes my toes, when I would get out of bed in the morning, were like tingly and numb, but then once I walk, it goes away, or once I start walking it out.
Now, the blood work on your thyroid, okay, the one that I have is from 2021. So
You should have a current one.
Okay, I do, and that's better.
Yeah, and all of it was normal, or at least that's what they told me, and that's because I've been really consistent, I think, with my thyroid medication.
Yeah, but once again, this is an autoimmune disease that you inherit, okay? That's what those antibodies are telling you, okay?
Okay, that it's autoimmune. It's caused from my autoimmune.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. When you're low on cortisol, the only hormone that your adrenal glands make is adrenaline, which is speed. And so you're going to have actually insomnia, you can have rapid heartbeats, you can have and the main thing is like you just feel anxious, you just feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah, so that's from the fact that you're not on adequate cortisol.
Okay, that makes me feel better. So then hopefully once I get back on my cortisol at the right levels, I won't need all this extra medication.
Exactly, because you're taking a medicine to make a symptom of something that was caused by you not being adequately treated. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Makes a lot of sense.
Okay. And then, do you have any skin tags?
No.
And then, have you ever had plantar fasciitis or trigger finger or frozen shoulder?
No.
Do you have any arthritis?
I don't think so.
Okay, but none of your joints swell or your fingers look distorted?
No.
Okay, good. First things first, we're going to get you on a normal, replacement dose with the instructions that if you get sick, like COVID or something, you just double it for the period of time that you're sick and then go back after to the normal dosage.
Okay.
That's what your body would do. Then I need to check to see what other antibodies or hormones you're missing. The most common one is actually parietal cell antibodies, which are antibodies against your B12.
Okay.
And then I need to check on your anti-nuclear antibody.
And what's that one for?
That's to check to see like if you have Sjogren's or scleroderma or ankle lupus or anything else.
Okay.
I mean, you're supposed to have had a complete autoimmune workup.
I have not ever had that.
I know. I mean, it doesn't make me happy. And then you were checked for celiac disease, or you were not?
No.
No. And so I'm going to check on your vitamin D level. And now I also need to check on your cholesterol level, because actually one of the problems is that when you have autoimmune disease, you actually have an increase in cardiac risk, but that's related to the cholesterol, and that's more related to the thyroid than to the cortisol defect. I'm also measuring adrenal antibodies.
Okay. Chantel had mentioned asking about a continuous blood glucose monitor. I don't know if you would recommend or think that would be helpful for me for any of this.
It's fun.
It's fun?
You don't have any signs, that your problem is related to your glucose.
Okay.
But it's fun to see what goes on in terms of your glucose production. So we'll go ahead and do that. I am going to measure you for antibodies against your pancreas.
Okay.
To make sure that that's not, part of it. Okay. And then the acetylcholine receptor antibodies, and then antidiuretic hormone.
I think the only other thing I could think of is like every time after I eat, my stomach really hurts. I feel like I get like really bad gas pains. Yeah, and so sometimes like I won't eat for a long time because I just feel better if I don't eat. And
Is that when you're on normal amounts or when you've reduced it?
Both.
Okay. So that's called gastroparesis. So that the sensor will help with.
Okay.
Because that'll show us if you're spiking your sugar after you eat, because that can paralyze your stomach.
Wait, what paralyzes my stomach? The food?
Yeah, if your glucose, your liver produces too much sugar
Oh.
in the tissue.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to get a Freestyle Libre 3. It's going to measure your blood sugar every minute for the next 2 weeks. What's going to happen is that you'll take a screenshot of it every 12 hours, and you'll email me that.
Okay. Okay.
And let me give you my personal email, not the office one, so it goes directly to me.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. And so that's, none of this needs to be fasting. It just needs to be in the morning. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, I need to get a CT scan of your adrenal glands.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So you're getting checked for all of your hormones. Okay?
Okay.
And then the other thing you're being checked for is, because of your autoimmune disease, you're going to presumably go through an early menopause, what's called premature ovarian failure.
Wonderful.
Okay, so I'll check on that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. When is that supposed to start? Or is it like happening now?
That's what I have to check on.
Okay.
It's actually happening now. When you'll be screened for that each year, we measure a hormone called follicle stimulating hormone, and if it's above 23, it means that your ovaries are not producing enough estrogen, which is the endocrine sign of menopause.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so CT of the adrenals. Okay, so I'll get the prescriptions in for the Freestyle Libre. You're going to email me once a day, both. You'll take that picture, a screenshot of the 24-hour one, and you'll send me that every day. I'll put this all in an email for you.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to, like, go, oh my God, I missed something.
Okay.
And you're going to be emailing me every day, okay?
Okay.
Well, and I will respond every day.
Oh, wow. Okay. Awesome.
Okay? So you're not going to, if I don't respond, just check that I'm still alive.
Okay.
Other than that, we're good.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you seeing me and helping me.
Well, if you don't go nowhere, because I'm sending off the email.
Okay.
So this way I can make sure that you get it.
Okay.
Channon Rose. I'm also going to send you actually a booklet that was made of what's normal, okay? So that you actually see normal people, fastings are always less than 95 and overnight, and they never go above 140, no matter what. Okay? So that'll help us with that. Okay, so I've sent you a picture of what the 12-hour is going to look like. I've sent you the links to the Freestyle Libre with the instruction. And remember, the bloating can be because you're not absorbing, you have an antibody against the B12, which is responsible for nerve tissue. That's why you're supposed to have had all of the antibodies done.
Okay, yeah. Hopefully that will help figure some stuff out because I've never done that.
And then I'm putting down my email again, so you'll have it. Use the lab work that you could do, and then the CT scan as well, okay?
Okay.
And then we'll move forward from there. So figure out, and you already have a follow-up, you're brilliant. And then I will see you at the follow-up, and we're going to get everything put together.
Okay, perfect. And then also, I don't know if I told you, but I'm getting the pre-nuvo scan on the 14th. Chantel told me to do it. You want me to send you the results for that?
I want everything.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
No, thanks, Shannon. So remember, it's, on the core test, the directions will be on the pharmacy bottle, okay, as well.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks, I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks.
And I'm going to hear from you every day, right?
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
So I'm going to be getting those tests done and I will keep you guys posted with the results. But thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I'm sending you all my love and all my positive energy and I hope to see you in my next video.